Welcome, guys, to the TRM Show. My name is Mathew Park. I am your host today, guys, and I have a very special guest, our monthly power dive with the one and only TRM systems guru, ninja, engineer. I'm just going to call you legend today, bro. Okay. Mr. Laurent Decarie, how are you, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. I can't do any better with such a great introduction.
I just gave you 4 names, bro. But guys, we're gonna have a great one, guys. Every month we come on here live, Laurent and I, we actually talk about his magical sauce of systems, how to actually help clients and fitness coaches grow their company with systems and scaling with smart in their businesses. And today we actually have a topic that Laurent wanted to kind of cover and us to go deep on around systems that wow or create the wow experience. So creating unforgettable client experiences for growth in your business. So we're going to cover that topic around scaling smart, incorporating client experiences, how you can use systems like the TRM engine to magnify that and multiply your impact and really create a personal touch with that as well. So Laurent, buddy, it's top of the day to you, and I'd love to kind of hear how you're doing.
I'm doing fantastic. Listen, it's a pretty mellow day for us Canadians, and specifically because it's mellow day for us Canadians because we work with USA clients, right? And it's Thanksgiving, right? So happy Thanksgiving to anyone listening to us right now, to our clients or friends, and I hope you guys enjoy some time with the family. So a bit of a more relaxed day for me today in terms of client nurturing, but very productive nonetheless, working on lots of other side quests, side missions that require some attention. How about you?
Well, I'm actually getting pretty pumped because, today's a relaxed day for us Canadians, brother, but next Wednesday, something pretty cool is happening. Maybe you've heard of this before, but there's this thing launching next Wednesday for all of our TRM engine clients. It's kind of pretty epic. You might know the guy who actually runs this thing. His name is Laurent. He's really cool. And he's got these TRM engine rev-up calls that are happening next Wednesday for TRM clients at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And he's launching these for the very first time every Wednesday, I believe, for 1 hour. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. Our very first TRM engine rev-up call is going to be next Wednesday, the 4th of December. It's starting at 1 p.m. And I'm so excited. It's going to be a weekly call, so weekly gathering where we're going to nerd out, talk about systems, and it's exclusive to our TRM engine members. So very, very excited to host all of you guys on this very first call. We're going to launch it, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for it, actually.
It's exciting because you've had the engine going now for almost 4 years, and it's been growing. Now you're having your first calls ever with TRM engine clients, which is phenomenal. So as you kind of get momentum rolling in December with this amazing rev-up launch, we're also in the midst, Laurent, as you know, is revamping gold programs, platinum programs for the beginning of the new year. There's just so much magic right now happening in TRM. Would you agree?
I agree. There's sparkles everywhere. There's new things coming for our clients, our current clients. There's new thing coming for new clients. We're really setting the stage nicely for 2025. We're curating our client experience, and I couldn't be more excited for it.
And the crazy thing is, which obviously we know, is we're using the TRM engine systems that Laurent has been building and refining with our own company. And all these things he's building and using with you guys, if you guys right now are clients listening or you aren't clients of TRM, you probably should be clients of TRM because that's just where cool people are when you're growing a fitness company. But with that being said, is we're looking at current clients and new clients, both categories, and how we can improve the client experience, right? Have these engine calls every week that you're launching, Laurent. Having these gold upgrades coming in January for new gold clients, current gold clients, and of course, platinum is a real cool one because we've had platinum for a few years, right? But now we're launching something kind of totally unique and cool for current clients in platinum, new clients, pretty epic. So lots of magic, brother.
Absolutely. Lots of magic for any personal trainer that comes in to work with us or online fitness coach. Like regardless of what your level is, I feel like we have a curated experience for you that's really going to help you build your business in a way that it produces income, yes, but also that it produces impact, right? And the way, Mathew, that you've been wanting to bring this heart-centered approach in not only our way of coaching, but also in our clients' way of coaching, right? Where it's like, hey, bring value, bring value. Don't focus so much on the outcome, just bring value, and the outcome just comes as a default product of you bringing that heart-centered, trust-building approach that's based on building relationships and helping clients get results, through your client experience. That's been producing results. That's been working very well, and I feel like I said earlier, it's really setting the stage nicely for 2025 for anyone who is already part of TRM or who is going to join. So, and I think like that's where we shine most, is that we attract like-minded personal trainers, online fitness coaches, and we help them make their own client experience better, right? So that anyone that joins their business is going to, wow, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing, right? And there's this thing I call the power of wow. So in meditation, in the meditation realm, there's the power of now, right? It's how to be in the present moment. Well, in the systems realm, at least with me, it's the power of wow. It's how can you leave a lasting impression on any new client? How can you turn them into a raving fan with the proper systems and the proper client journey that you have them go through, right? So that they talk about that experience with their friends. They talk about their results with their friend. They become an advocate for your brand, right? And then they just can't help but like be a part of that movement you're creating, and becoming that little champion of yours, right? And then they attract all of their friends and other people, and that creates a snowball effect that builds a clientele, right? I feel like that's what we're working on in TRM. That's what we're helping our clients do. And I find like we really found this curated approach in how to do it for our clients. So like when they join, they really feel taken care of. And like it's not overwhelming. It's really step by step by step. And we really go at their pace plus one, right? Their pace plus one. So I feel like it's hard for me to contain my excitement looking at all those improvements we make based on all that experience we gained this year, which was something. Do you agree? What's kind of your take on that?
It's fun, man, because in seeing what you've taken the TRM engine to, and you mentioned heart-centered, right? And I really believe 100%. So one thing you kind of mentioned, Laurent, heart-centered and TRM engine, you've really brought heart-centered to the system, which systems can sound really boring for most people. Most coaches like systems, like technology and then apps. And there's so many apps out there in the world. But what's so cool about what you've been building and over these years with your team now in TRM itself, and also you as a person leading within that front, is a heart-centered approach to the system approach, combining it with TRM. So this is what makes us so unique in the marketplace, I believe, is the combined collaborative forces and energies of taking care of the client, right? Not only the clients that come to us and we serve them, but also them serving their people, right? I'm looking at the WhatsApp groups you have with the first-class clients. There's so much magic happening in there with the people that they're serving as you keep, revamping and improving that process. So to me, that's a beautiful thing, because as coaching grows, and it's going to keep growing, there's going to be more coaches that come in that will do business coaching or have an app or have a system here. That's all fine and dandy. But what we're building here is just so beautiful. Like, it's big and beautiful. And it's driven towards a heart-centered approach to truly help a coach who wants to help other people, but do it in a way with integrity that you've been doing and we've all been doing in TRM, which is a beautiful thing.
Exactly. No, I agree. And, I think the cornerstone to any business success is the relationships you build, right? Yeah. And when you have the right systems in place, what that allows you is to free up time, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one of the main benefits of having proper systems, a solid CRM, is that it frees up time. And when you're way too overwhelmed by the numbers of tasks you have to do, the amount of clients you need to check in with, and just like all those other admin tasks that could be automated, you just can't focus as much on that relationship with the person, right? And when those systems are in place, you actually free up that time, free up that stress, that energy to actually take care of the relationship in a genuine way, heart-centered way. So And yeah, with the TRM engine, that's what we do, right? We have the fast start clients who, hey, we help them get launched with their client experience. That's what we do for them. And afterwards, it's kind of DIY. They run their systems on their own. If they need some support, they reach out to us. And we have the first class clients who have bigger businesses, right? And who need VA support, and we actually provide that to them, like you said, with the WhatsApp group chats. And it's really just like it's called, it's a first class experience, right? So we take care of the coaches so that they can focus on building the relationship, being in that coach's spotlight, versus being, in backstage and doing all the preparation and building stuff and ultimately getting burnt out, right? So ideally, if you're the coach, you're just doing the fun stuff, and we take care of the system and CRM and help curate your client experience so that you can focus on making sales, having the impact, nurturing your relationship. So that coaching experience of yours becomes more fun, more enticing, and if you're happier with when you're coaching, then your clients get more results. They're more happy because they can feel that. So it's all bringing everything in a positive upward spiral. And I'm inspired, so I'll leave you the stage. I'm talking a lot, but I'm super hyped.
But I love this because I think one thing you've noticed probably, Laurent, when coaches come in TRM and they come over to your onboarding call is how many hours probably coaches spend trying to learn a system or learn an app that's so complicated, right? Where when they come into your onboarding call, you've done all the hard work. It's like, hey, here's literally an onboarding call with you personally to like show you the whole process, get you in the model. And here's my team, whether you're in fast or first class, like here's the video reviews, here's step-by-step guides, here's templates. How important would you say that is to our own client wow experience in TRM, right? To give clients step-by-step, because you said they're coaches. They have to help people. So they don't want to spend 10 hours learning a system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is the question exactly? What are we pinpointing there?
That was more like I think I was more getting all pumped about your systems. But I think the thing is a lot of coaches try to figure out an app or a system on their own. And they spend so many countless hours,
Correct.
right, doing it. When they come in TRM, it's like, hey, you know what? Join TRM, come with onboarding call with Laurent. He'll show you the under the hood. He'll get you kind of all the process. And because there's so many apps to choose from, so many things you can buy nowadays, right? Heck, there's one every 2 minutes coming on your social media feed. And I'm sure a lot of them are fantastic. But I think where you've been able to really kind of bridge the gap, which I want to see to speak on the wow experience, is guidance. You mentioned step-by-step guidance of people like, we're going to put you one step ahead, right, at your speed. But here's the video. But if you're stuck, we have a team here to guide you as well.
Exactly. This one mindset shift can help fitness coaches avoid so many mistakes. And it is that, hold up, let me backtrack. So where we succeed is that we teach the systems in a way that our trainers can stay trainers. We don't want them to become professionals with the software and whatnot. No, we just want them to be the trainers, right? So like you said, instead of always going back under the hood to fix things in their vehicle, aka their system, they can stay in the driver's seat and just drive the vehicle. You see? So they're not mechanics, they're personal trainers. They're the drivers, right? We are mechanics. So we go in and we build the systems, we repair the systems. When it needs some fine tuning, we're here, right? When the seasons change, we're here to change the tires for the appropriate season. They come to see us for that. So I love that using this metaphor because it's true. It's like, hey, you're a personal trainer. If you come in and start using our CRM and all you do is build stuff in the CRM, you're going to end up being a systems engineer for other trainers, which is the path I went down, and it can be awesome. It can be cool if you're able to build your own systems, right? However, you should entirely dedicate your focus on being the coach. And then where we succeed is we just put in place the features that are going to serve you and help you up that game, make your client experience better, refine it. And then when you got that in place and the basic gist, how to drive the vehicle, you don't necessarily have to know everything that's under the roof. You can still drive the vehicle and reach your goal, get to the desired destination here.
I'm going to give a couple examples. This is really good, Laurent. So it's like this, like you said, the mechanic. It's like, I want to get my car oil changed and my tires fixed, right? I could probably go buy the tires myself and try to figure this on YouTube. Might take me a full day. Or take it to the mechanic for 100 and some bucks across the road, who's an expert in mechanicism. That's done in like 2 hours, right? Didn't, cost 100 and some bucks, done deal. I could go to the general doctor to get fixed for, checked in for my whatever it is, like doctor fix, right? Well, I can go get my PhD. It might take me 6 years to get the PhD, right? And all of a sudden I become a doctor, right? So I want to use the example because you mentioned trainers who come in could learn it and know the basics for sure. But then it comes in, if you want to create a wow experience with your people, it comes into where can you wow in your business? So if you're spreading yourself on all these trying to be great in all these areas, you become wow at nothing. You become wow in something because you found your specialty, Laurent. I become wow in a certain thing in TRM because I found where I'm really good at. And there's areas like systems. I don't even want to, I have Laurent's team do all the work for me. I'm like, I WhatsApp, here's what I want done. I don't want to look under the, just do the work, because I know that if I spread myself into that, I could probably do an okay job, but it would take me 5 times longer. So now your wow client experience, what I could be investing into my team or the clients in TRM have now got less of me.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Exactly. So, it's all about staying in your zone of genius,
Yeah.
Now, with that said, there is kind of a counterbalance to that where our clients are individuals that love learning. They love learning. So the more they see that the systems are benefiting them, the more they're inclined to wanting to learn about the platform, right? And education is so strong in TRM that, we came to a decision. We were like, hey, we should have like a systems call for the clients. Let's teach them about systems, right? Because yes, there's the actual tech side of things, but there also that systems thinking, that systems mindset that's associated with building systems, right? It's different to be a personal trainer than it is to be a fitness business owner.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the systems and developing that systems thinking is a good way to graduate from being just a coach to
Mm-hmm.
being a business owner. And then,
that's a good analogy. That's awesome, Laura. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. And and I think like the base, the foundation of systems thinking is to think of your business as an experience. Right? Think of your coaching program as an experience. Your offer, everything that's included in that offer is an experience. And then make sure that it's streamlined, that every step of the way is streamlined. How people are going to apply. Do you have a nice funnel for that? Is there a video on this funnel where you can convey personality, tell them about the challenge, speak to that person directly, right? Coaching application. Then, when you do make the sale, how are you going to onboard them? What is that going to look like, right? What do you need in place? How easy can you send it out? Is it the click of a button? Do you have to retype the email every time? How smooth is it for you? And how convenient is it for the client? That's the best, right? And then when they're actually your client, how do you take care of them? When are you reaching out, right? How are you auditing their success, measuring their progress, and so on? Every little step needs to be curated. And if we didn't have a CRM like the engine or a proper app to do that, it would be very hard to do all those little tasks or to think of all those things on our own. But with the tools that we have, it makes it a lot easier. And we facilitate that, the implementation of that system in the client's businesses. So they can have more time, have a better impact, and a more curated overall client experience.
That's great. I love that. Now, with the TRM engine or even a system in general, in your take, to create a wow experience, what are ways coaches could still add personal touch to an automated system that would really kind of elevate their experience and create a wow?
That's a great question. I really think having specific systems in place, like I said earlier, like this coaching application, right? Where someone schedules a consultation in your calendar, that's right. In the TRM engine, you can have a calendar link that you can send to your contacts, and then they schedule with you in that link. Then the automation here is the booking confirmation, right? Booking confirmation is sent out email and SMS, and then there are reminders that go out 24 hours before and 1 hour before. So you don't have to think about that, right? Think about the struggle it is to, schedule a consultation with someone and then not being sure if they're going to come or not knowing how to follow up with them. When I had no system back then, it was kind of hectic. Just the fact that I had to think about doing it was kind of hard. I couldn't rely on myself, or when I went to do it, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to say? But that is out of the way, right? So you don't have to think about that anymore. System does it for you, right? And there are all kinds of automations like that: scheduling, onboarding, nurturing, weekly check-ins. You can send out surveys through the engine automatically every week to your clients. There's lots of features for that. But to answer your question, I actually love sprinkling in some manual actions in there. It's funny. Yeah. So I think there's nothing better than a strong, heartfelt message from time to time to send out to your clients. And they can tell it comes from you, right?
Yeah.
And I think like with automation, it's sometimes tempting to automate everything, but don't forget that this manual reach out is the one that's going to build the most connection, just because it's genuine, right? It's real. So so I think like a good balance of both is like, yes, all the experience should be automated. Like there are specific milestones in the experience that should be automated. But the intention of automating this experience is to free up time so that you can do that personal reach out and actually care about the person that you're helping. So to me, that would be like the most optimal, like this chef's kiss combination there.
It's almost like the relationship builder concept, right? You've got the system done. Now you're adding in the magical relationship building touch once in a while, right? I love that. So what you've kind of seen the last few years, Laurent, with coaches coming in, right? Building your systems. Now, let's say, for example, a coach has already built their systems and it's all like flawless. You've had them for a year. It's things rocking and rolling. Okay. And, they have a pretty routine business, doing 30, 40K a month. But then you want to add in some wow experiences to their systems, right? Just systems. What are suggestions you can do to create wow experience in that?
100%. There's lots of meat there. I feel like, even when our clients reach that 30K, 40K mark, and their systems are up and running and require low maintenance because they've been running them for a while, I feel like there's always improvements you can make, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those little improvements that are really going to bring you over the edge would be going from focusing on the back end. Okay, my client experience, I know what's going to happen when a client joins my business. Now it's going on the front end. All right, how can I curate my client-facing experience, my lead-facing experience, right? What people are going to perceive. So that could be adding in some Canva templates to your marketing, right? We're always focusing on reels. Oh my God, I need to do reels. What about those nice visual posts, right? Those can share so much value. Just those image posts can be just as strong as videos, right? And can take much less time, especially like if you're on the first class. Now we've included that where we do Canva designs for our clients. So that improves their visibility online, and they can dual wield, right? They can do like, boom, okay, I'm gonna say I want to launch a live event or a webinar. Then I'm gonna double down my marketing and have this live event announcement post, boom, put it live on the social media, and then I'm going to keep making reels on the side. So you have this nice variety in your posts that can switch up things. And so I find like shifting your sphere of focus on what you're going to work on from the back end to the front end. For some people, it might be, hey, they've been focusing a lot on marketing. Now they need to focus on the back end. Can be a lot of good things. And also it's looking at other systems that you can improve, right? Like your financial system, maybe your own personal lifestyle systems, right? Like when you're working out, some people build their business up to 30, 40 grand, but kind of neglect their health. So where can you make that better? This is where we have friends like Timmy and Steve that can help with hormone optimization, get upgraded. Those are awesome things to focus on once your core systems are built. Focus on you and focus on other parts of your business that may need some more attention.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So now the wow experience. So let's say, for example, that you have a coach that's gone through all those steps. They have a great system that they've been through for over a year. And now they want to incorporate live webinars and even live events, right? So how important, I know we did a podcast last month about live events, but I don't want to go too deep on that, but how important are those, I want to call them front end, but I'm going to call them like front facing things you can do with great systems to create a wow experience even more impactful?
Awesome. So my brain is always like structure. How can we do things? But I think it would be having if you want for your live event, your challenges, your lead magnet, everything that you're putting out there to succeed, I think you should leverage all the channels you can possibly leverage, right? So social media is great. Word of mouth is amazing. And also email marketing, right? So with the TRM engine, you can take care of the email marketing. You can even send some SMS, right? And with social media, you're going to post about it. You can use some of our Canva templates. We have like 100 Canva templates that are available that they can use. And then word of mouth, just talk to people about it, right? If you do those three things, there's no reason why your event is going to fail. All you need is to believe that it's going to work, and then making sure that those three channels are consistent in the messaging. Hey, if we are to launch this event, this lead magnet, this challenge, I'm going to make sure it's everywhere. I'm going to use the engine for my social media posting, I'm going to use Laurent's Canva templates for my social media. I'm going to send the emails through there. I'm going to talk about it. And it's going to be out there. I'm going to own it, step up to the plate and deliver. Right. So making sure you're having this variety, this harmony, this consistency in your messaging, rallying your clients, your team, and yourself is going to be essential for that.
What do you think is one of the biggest bottlenecks with coaches and systems?
I think trying to do it yourself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of coaches try to do it themselves, and then they reach an endpoint where they don't have enough willpower. Right? They don't have any more bandwidth. They just can't seem to push it over the top. Right? So this is where our first class clients love us, right? Because as you said earlier, they're not necessarily tech savvy. The personal trainers, right? And that's okay. But our team is super tech savvy, so we help them do that. So I'd say like trying to do it yourself can be very hard. So leveraging a team of virtual assistants who can help you. As long as you can communicate that easily, communicate the vision, communicate the intention, what it is you want, and have a team you can trust, I think you can reach your goal much faster and execute better. Because at the end of the day, the ideas are plentiful, ideas are okay, but execution is everything. If you have an idea and you can't execute on it, it's never going to give you anything. It's never going to lead you anywhere. You're never going to see the fruit of that idea, or you're never going to see it come to life. So failure in execution because of trying to do it yourself and keeping everything in your own brain is very, very hard. That's why I love working with a team, with you and everyone in our leadership team, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's intriguing you share that, because what you guys do with TRM Engine around systems and how you keep getting better with systems. And then even coaches who grow from 10K a month to 40K a month or even 50K a month, they go on this evolution of growth, right? On being the trainer doing everything, at a 10K a month business, almost doing all the roles, to all of a sudden they're doing a specific role or in their unique ability as they grow their business. And all of a sudden, they go from a fast start engine to the first class engine. And it's like, we talked about, you have an idea of what the engine can do and, of course, how to use the software and, magnify it. But all the intricacies of it you could do, but it would take you probably 5 times longer. So I kind of want to just lay this with a wow experience as kind of like a piece, because the coach, whether you're a coach, you're doing 5 figures or 6 figures or $500,000 a year or more, getting in your zone of genius as an entrepreneur is key. I've gone through the evolution myself. As we grow, I actually want to put more on Laurent because, I don't want to put more systems. I would sooner him and his team do what they do best so I can do what I do best. And why is it important? Wow experience, because if I know I can really shine with clients and relationships and networking and serving our team, and I have the juice in the tank for that, and you have your juice in the tank for what you do best, that means the company, whether you're a coaching company of 1 coach, 5 coaches, 10 coaches, a gym, you can grow. So even Laurent talked about beautiful systems, that's so critical. Think of, as you grow, how does your role shift and evolve so you can keep the wow experience?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what they say? They say, if you want to lead the orchestra, you're going to have to turn your back to the audience, So when you build your team, when you build your systems, there might be a time where, it's going to take some time. It's going to be tough at first, maybe to communicate that vision, to make sure that everything is well represented by that system, by the team that helps you run it. But the intention is for that orchestra to play so well that you can then turn back and look at the audience and smile, and everyone's raving about the show that you're putting on, right? So that's what I love saying. Coming in team meetings, waking up in the morning. All right, the show is on. Let's go. Let's make it happen. So yeah, and like you said, your zone of genius evolves. My zone of genius from 4 years ago is definitely not the same as it is now. So being very clear in that zone of genius of yours, and doing your best to build systems around you so you can stay in that zone of genius is massive, for sure.
Yeah. I love that. As we kind of round this off there, but I know that our topic was wow experience, like wow systems, wow experiences. How do we create those, right? What's a lesson you've learned, Laurent? I'm just going to use overall lesson that you've learned, growing from a personal training business to an online business to now TRM engine to who you are as a man. What's something you've learned that relates to a wow client experience that you've learned that's been impactful towards that over the years?
I would say that your business is a reflection of your personal development as a person. Your business is wrapped inside your personal development, right? It's who you are as a person. So if you want your business to grow, you have to grow yourself, right? And the way you grow yourself is you stay willing to learn. You focus on learning new things, applying them, right? Taking your time, and just watch yourself grow and evolve. From this bird's eye view, for me has been big, and also seeing like the circumstances through which I've been and through which I've evolved have made me like a better man and a better business owner. And I've been stepping into this leadership position in the engine, thanks to your blessing, your trust, and also thanks to my team who are very coachable. And seeing myself grow and put myself in like uncomfortable situations, receiving feedback, being willing to learn, invest in myself, being willing to, step out of my, believe it or not, kind of introverted mind to teach other people how to do the things that I do, and so on, has not always been easy, but it's really paid off in a way where I've evolved, I've grown as a person. And as a matter of fact, the business also grew. And because the business grows, the revenue grows. But it always goes back to, how can I be better, show up better for me, for my team, for my clients, right? And to ultimately be proud of what it is I'm creating. So your business is wrapped around all of that personal development. So yeah, if you want to grow your business, grow as a person.
It's beautiful, man. I love that. Last words? Any last words for you, bud?
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening to this and you're not already a TRM client, highly recommend you at least reach out to us. Feel free, absolutely free. And if you schedule your business assessment with Mathew, you are going to learn so much about yourself, about your business, about maybe pitfalls you could have avoided a while back, and so on and so forth. There's no better time than now to do it. We're revamping the model. It is revamped. It's rolling out 2025. So excited for it. So we'd love for you to join us on the inside.
Can't wait, man. Always a pleasure, Laurent. You are listening, guys. You can follow us both. Where can they follow you on Instagram, Laurent?
Instagram at laurent.dt, and follow us on Trainer Revenue Multiplier.
That literally summed everything up. That's like magic. Mine is at official Mathew Park with 1 T. You got Laurent Decarie, Mathew Park, TRM, guys. We appreciate you guys listening, guys. Follow us, subscribe to us. We're here to serve you. Have an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know how hard it can be and tough it can be when you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or even burnt out in growing your business. I have been there, so I can relate. So before you wrap up, I want to offer you something special, free of charge, as my gift to you. It's our TRM business assessment. If you go to trainerrevenuemultiplier.com, you can get a copy of that. There's a link on the homepage to grab that assessment. This will give you clarity you need to see where your company is at right now, the bottlenecks you're facing or where you're possibly stuck in the business, and what steps you can take to move forward to grow it to the next level. And if you want to go one step further, we can book a call together and I can personally go over your results with you and give you a roadmap you can move forward with to grow to the next level. Head over to the website. Let's get some clarity together. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and I wish you an amazing day. Take care. Let's keep rocking.